Hello, hello, my friends. HOMEWORX is launching not one, but two collections this Wednesday, May 15th. And in this video, we are going to talk about all 10 candles that they will be releasing. We're going to cover the sale information. There's a lot to cover in this video, so I'm going to do my very best to not be as verbose as I typically tend to be. However, you know me, I just like to sit down and talk about candles. Now, before we dive into all of that information, I did want to address the maybe the weird elephant in the room or the banner that pops up somewhere up here that says that this is a paid promotion. I did want to provide clarification that this video is not sponsored by HOMEWORX or Slatkin & Co. in any way, shape, or form. In fact, they don't even know that I'm doing this video. However, I always like to check off that box because out of the 10 fragrances that are being released, 7 of them are brand new, and 4 of the fragrances I actually have here in front of me because they were generously sent to me for free in PR from HOMEWORX. So I am a brand ambassador, and one of the perks is sometimes we do get a little bit of PR. So I just always like to be fully transparent and check off that box anytime I'm going to be showcasing items specifically that were sent to me in PR. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we are going to talk about, like I said, all 10 candles that will be released. The 2 collections that are coming are the Backyard Barbecue collection. There are 5 all new fragrances. In fact, I think that they're all new. I have never seen these candles before. They're a little bit more conceptual and fun, kind of like the, the Thanksgiving collection last year. I think you're going to be a little bit intrigued by some of these fragrances. In fact, 2 of the candles that I received as part of that collection, I've already posted post-burn reviews on. I actually uploaded those yesterday on Saturday. And then the other collection is a returning collection, which is the Carnival collection. They are bringing back 3 fragrances from last year, but they've added 2 new ones. And we're going to talk about that collection a little bit because I am slightly disappointed. And the 2 candles that I received that are new to that collection, I actually just got them in like 2 hours before I sat down to film this. So I've only stuck my nose on them briefly for like 2 seconds. My daughter was helping me unbox them while I was putting away a Sam's Club order. You guys all know how much fun that is when you come home from either Sam's Club or Costco. That is an ordeal putting things away. So I really haven't gotten like some good first sniff thoughts on that. So we're going to kind of be doing that together here. So before I go into all of the sale information and this collection, I did want to let you guys know that I am uploading this on Sunday. What would that be? May 12th? I believe that is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all of you moms out there. And also just wanted to say that I don't know, my heart goes out to some of you who maybe today is a little bit difficult for a variety of reasons. Just know that your friend here can empathize with quite a few of those. So we're not going to be Debbie Downer here. We are going to keep this ball rolling. And let's go ahead and talk about the fragrances in the Backyard Barbecue collection. So like I said, these are 5 new candles. If I have pictures, I do have a couple of stock photos sent to me from my ambassador contact with Slatkin & Co. If I have them for the candles that I'm talking about, I will make sure to insert a picture somewhere here on the screen. And like I said, all of these candles that I am talking about will be listed in the description box down below, as well as with their fragrance notes and timestamps. So the first candle that I want to talk about is Grilled Peaches. So this one is intriguing. The fragrance notes listed on Grilled Peaches are sweet charred peaches, star anise, vanilla bean, and brown sugar. Now, you guys know I actually probably would have chosen that one. They offered us 2 candles from this collection in PR, and I really was on the fence because that one did intrigue me. I do like peach fragrances. However, if you've been with me for a while, you guys know that my husband Cody does not like peach fragrances. So sometimes I think well, I don't want to get a fragrance that I'm only going to be limited in the burn time. Like I can only burn it when he's not home. I do know that Kringle in their spring summer collection of 2023, they had like a grilled peach type of fragrance too. And I felt like that one kind of went over, hit or miss. Some people really loved it, and other people said that there was something that was kind of off on it. But I have a feeling, Harry Slatkin, his nose is really, really good with a lot of these like foodie gourmand fragrances. So I personally believe that if anybody can really hit like a food gourmand collection that's maybe a little bit outside of the box, out of the park, it's probably going to be Harry Slatkin. So Grilled Peaches is a fragrance that's going to be offered. And also, by the way, you guys, all of these vessels are their standard 4-wick 18-ounce vessels. All right. The next candle that will be offered is Backyard Barbecue. So this one to me kind of reminds me a little bit, was it last year or was it 2 years ago that Bath & Body Works attempted to do like a bacon candle? Well, Harry Slatkin jumped on that train. Fragrance notes of Backyard Barbecue are wood smoked bacon, sea salt, caramelized brown sugar, and hint of maple. Now, I think if I'm recalling correctly, I believe Bonnie, Queen of the Girl Geeks, she picked this one in PR, and I remember telling her, I'm like, you're braver than me. Fun fact about me, oh my goodness, you guys, I'm probably going to lose followers, or you guys are going to hit like thumbs down on this video when I make this statement. I don't like bacon. I don't. I know some of you are like, when I tell people that, people are like, what? Like, I don't like bacon. I actually don't like pork in general. I don't like the flavor of pork. I never have. There's something that tastes kind of acidic and off to me. Yeah, and I don't eat it. So there's no religious reasons, nothing like that. I just don't really like the taste of pork. But I do understand how like a good bacon, like especially like a wood smoked bacon, like if there's like some of that maple, or sometimes we'll get some that has like a hickory note to it. Everybody else in my family loves bacon, but I don't. So I cook a lot of it. I actually will cook it outside on my cast iron skillet because I don't even like my whole house to smell like bacon. So you can see why this was a candle that was an easy pass for me. But if you are somebody who loves, I could see how this would fit into like a barbecue theme, because a lot of people will include bacon in like their baked beans, or I just think that bacon, most people love bacon. I'm the weirdo who doesn't, but that one was a pass for me. The other fragrance that I don't have in front of me but was offered as part of this collection is Grilled Corn on the Cob. This is another fragrance that I actually saw Bonnie. She did a video with this with her friend Lenny a couple of days ago. And so if you're curious to see how those ones smell on Cold Sniff, I would tell you to go over to Bonnie's channel, Queen of the Girl Geeks, and see what her first sniff impressions are of this one. But Grilled Corn on the Cob, fragrance notes are sweet summer corn, melted butter, crushed red pepper, and sea salt. And I will tell you guys, that one actually kind of intrigues me a little bit. Truth be told, you guys, this one is kind of making my mouth water a little bit. I'm kind of hungry right now. It's going to be date night for Cody and I, and we are actually planning to go check out a brand new brewery. They're having their grand opening tonight, and they're just focused right now on just the beer. I don't drink beer, but they are going to have some food trucks out in front, and one of the food trucks is like barbecue food. So I've been saving my appetite for today, and just reading a lot of these fragrance notes, I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. I'm so hungry. So Grilled Corn on the Cob. I know when Bonnie did her video, she said that she really picked up kind of on that red pepper, the crushed red pepper, but her friend Lenny was saying that he was really picking up on a lot of the like buttery corn aspects of it. So that one does, I feel like that one's kind of intriguing to me. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up, but it does sound pretty interesting. All right, and then the other two candles that I do currently have in my collection, and I did do some post-burn reviews on, I'll make sure that I have those linked in the description box down for you below in case you missed them or just haven't gotten around to seeing them. So the first fragrance is Watermelon Margarita. The fragrance notes on this candle are watermelon, Blanco tequila, lemon lime syrup, and sugar crystals. If you're curious, the pour date on this candle is December 12th of 2023. And just to give you guys a little bit of an overview, I won't spoil my entire post-burn review. You can go check that out if you want to see like how it's burning and all that kind of stuff, like full in-depth thoughts. I will tell you guys, this is a boozy candle. The tequila note is definitely present in here. However, I will say that the watermelon fragrance does come through on this one, but it's a very natural watermelon in the background. It's a lime margarita base, definitely, and it's different than like a strawberry margarita. I mentioned this in my review, but when I was on a cruise last month, one of my favorite drinks that I drank poolside was a watermelon margarita. It's just a little bit different take. I don't like traditional lime margaritas. I'll do like a strawberry. I like something a little bit more fruity in there, like a sweet fruity. And watermelon is like the perfect component because it's not as sweet as a strawberry margarita, but it's a little bit, it just adds something different than like your traditional lime one. So I feel like the fragrance that I pick up on this, especially when it is burning, is very, very authentic to the title of the candle. On cold sniff, you're definitely going to smell tequila up front, like it's going to smack you in the face. As far as those sugar crystals, there is a slight element of sweetness in here, but this is not like a super sweet, fruity cocktail type of drink. Tequila forward, definitely. I feel like this is the summertime version of like, you know, like Deck the Halls is like one of his like really boozy winter fragrances. It's a Christmas fragrance. I feel like this is probably like the summertime equivalent. So if you like boozy fragrance, if you're really hoping to pick up on that tequila note, you are going to smell it in here. It's burning well for me, you guys. It's burning pretty well. But again, if you want to see full in-depth thoughts on it, that is in my post-burn review. I do give it 2 thumbs up in terms of it being authentic to the fragrance that it is, and the performance has been really good on it. The performance on the Watermelon Margarita, strength and throw on that one is stronger, as one would expect with a boozy candle, than this next candle, but I still do like the fragrance on this one. This fragrance is Pineapple Melon Salsa. So the fragrance notes on this are juicy melon, island pineapple, lemon lime zest, fresh basil. Fragrance note, or not fragrance notes, pour date of December 5th, 2023 on this one. And I also did a post-burn review already on this. This candle to me, I actually really like the fragrance on this one. You get pineapple for sure in here, but I've always said pineapple to my nose, if it is too strong or too sweet, it comes off very cloying. It can come off almost like astringent and cat urine-like to me. But there is a melon note in here that I am picking up. It's not the most predominant note. The most dominant note is going to be that pineapple in here. You get a slight sweetness of basil. And I mentioned it even in the review. I think it's funny that they have a little bit of cilantro pictured here because cilantro is an herb that I always know to be in a salsa. But I don't detect cilantro in here. And I think that was probably a safe move because cilantro is a very, very polarizing fragrance. People either love it or they think that it's soapy smelling. But the melon note that I think that I'm picking up in here is a honeydew, which I like the way that Harry has done honeydew fragrances in the past. But it's not the first note that I pick up. It's definitely, I think the honeydew maybe tames down the sharpness or astringency of pineapple that pineapple fragrances can typically have. Oh, this is really, really good. Yeah, lemon lime zest, fresh basil. I don't really get lemon lime in there. But this is a really, really good one. So very happy with this one. I wish it was slightly stronger, but the performance has also been pretty good on this one so far. So that is the Backyard Barbecue collection. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Carnival collection. So 5 fragrances in this collection as well. We have the return of funnel cake. Fragrance notes on funnel cake are vanilla praline cake, golden apple, cinnamon stick, and star anise. Now, I did have that fragrance last year when this Carnival collection, that was like the premiere of it. That was the first year that it was kind of in rotation, I would say. And everybody was so excited about funnel cake. I will tell you, to me personally, I believe that funnel cake is in that family of hot cider donut, sugared beignets, what's the other one? Harvest donut. They just released a powdered sugar crepe. I feel like they are so similar to one another. Like they're all siblings. They're all within the same family. So this is a fragrance that if you happen to like those ones and you don't have them currently in your collection, then I would say that you would probably want to purchase this one. But if you have a lot of those candles already, just know that you probably already have it in your collection. Very, very similar. I'm almost getting to the point where I feel like with every season, they're dropping like that anchor fragrance. I would be really curious actually to contact Slatkin & Co. and ask them what is their #1 selling fragrance, because I have a feeling that it might be hot cider donut. And so maybe that's why like every season we're finding some iteration of it, no matter if it's spring, summer, fall. I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you guys think about that? But that is making a return. Also returning is cotton candy, which is whipped rainbow sugar, sticky marshmallow, raspberry sugar, and confetti sprinkles. Now, I do know that a lot of people really liked that one last year. I think a couple of people said last year that it was a little bit light for them. However, we all know that HOMEWORX was dealing with some ups and downs, I would say, over the last few years. I personally have noticed an increase in the strength and throw over the candles that I have received. I would say that have later 2023 pour dates. Moving on, I know that the wicks are still kind of an issue for some people. I've addressed that in a lot of the post-burn candle reviews that I have done. I personally am not having issues with wicks, but I do a couple of things to make sure that that I achieve full wax pools. I use a wick dipper. I don't trim my wicks. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the reason why, or maybe just the climate that I'm in. I have no idea, you guys. There's a lot of things that can factor into candle performance for each one of us, but I'm not having issues with them. And I personally, I mean, there's a few duds. If you happen to catch my, what was it, the strawberry kiwi lemonade, like that candle was a total dud for me. And I actually received that one in PR. But most of the candles that I'm getting are performing pretty well for me. So cotton candy is making a return. Also making a return is berry snow cone. Fragrance notes on there are red berries, bubbly citrus, juicy red apple, and shaved sugared ice. That's another one that does intrigue me a little bit. I'm not sure if I will be purchasing it just because, you guys, I feel like I have summer fragrances coming out of my ears right now. And I know that probably by the end of June, we will start to see fall collections starting to be released because you know how the candle industry is. They're always like a season ahead. So right now I'm really trying to slow my roll on any kind of summer fragrances, and really, if there's going to be anything new coming into my collection that I'm going to be purchasing, it's probably going to be fall oriented, I would say. But that's just me personally. I'm in a little bit different, I don't want to say different bind, but like my mentality is a little bit different as somebody who has a YouTube channel and I'm reviewing candles for all of you guys. So those are the 3 returning fragrances. Can I just say real quick, you guys, that I'm a little bit disappointed to see that they did not bring back was it the salted caramel apple or caramel apple from last year? Because that fragrance was pretty much the same as Bath & Body Works Summer Boardwalk, which that is one of my favorite summer to fall transitional fragrances. I do have a Summer Boardwalk from Bath & Body Works currently in my collection. I'll probably purchase another one, you know, on another good sale. But I was a little bit disappointed to see that that one didn't make a return. And then another candle that was a really good performer for me last year from the Slatkin & Co. Carnival collection was the Triple Berry Pie. That I'm also not seeing back in the collection this year. So those two, they might surprise us, but just like this year, they didn't bring back Farm Stand Blueberry for some reason. I'm not seeing those other two. So that's slightly disappointing, but let's go ahead and talk about the 2 new fragrances that are going to be part of this Carnival collection lineup. Let's start out with the Salted Soft Pretzel. So we still have this packaging with the Ferris wheel in the background. It reminds you of a carnival. Let me know, you guys, I mean, I would assume summertime is when a lot of people have carnivals going on. I know where I grew up in Southern California, the county fair was always, I want to say it was like late August. Yeah, it was late August, and then it would always end on not Memorial Day, Labor Day. It was like a 10-day fair. So yeah, that's, I think, in my mind, why I always think of carnival fragrances as being good summer to fall transitional fragrances. Fragrance notes on this one is fresh. Our fragrance notes on this one are, let's use proper grammar here, fresh baked sourdough, sea salt, fennel, and buttermilk. The pour date on this candle is December 19th of 2023. So, like I said, you guys, I just got this in a couple of hours ago. This is good. This is it's a gourmand. It's not a super sweet gourmand though. Like, I mean, you wouldn't think a pretzel would be sweet. I get the saltiness in here. And there is a bready note to it, but it's not the same bready note that you get in like any of the donut fragrances. It's more of like a savory type of bread, like a buttery type of bread. But you get the sea salt. There is a little bit of sweetness in here. What is that? Maybe it's the fennel. I think it's the fennel. I remember drinking a ton of fennel tea. This might be TMI, but like when I was in the stage of life when I was having babies and I was nursing them, it was very common that I think it's commonly known that a lot of women will drink like a fennel-based tea to increase their milk supply for their babies. And so that's what this is reminding me of. Fennel has almost like a maple scent to it, but it's not like super strong. But I do remember, I just remember that because a lot of women, I remember they would say when they were drinking that tea, they were like, "Be careful, like you might start to smell like syrup if you sweat." Which some of you might be like, that sounds great to me. I love to smell sweet. But yeah, there's the sweetness of fennel in here for sure. I'm picking up on it, and there is a saltiness. Sourdough bread, fun fact, I do make sourdough bread here for my family. I don't really smell it like so much on cold. I would say that the fennel is coming through like the more and more that I sniff this lid. It's a little bit light on cold. I am going to tell you that. But stay tuned, you guys. I will get to burning this pretty soon. I won't have a post-burn review on this prior to the launch. Just letting you guys know I won't. But I anticipate probably by the end of May, I will get a review up on this one for you guys, so that way you guys can have some thoughts. I will talk about sale information after we cover all of the candles. Yeah, and you'll want to stay tuned for that. So the Bing Cherry Cola is the other fragrance that is being offered. So fragrance notes on this are effervescent cola, wild cherry, sparkly lime, sugared vanilla. Fragrance notes are, God, why do I keep saying that? Fragrance notes. Pour date on this is December 26th of 2023. So they were pouring all the way up around Christmas time. Boy, they were getting after it, I guess. Oh, I like this. You guys, this smells like cherry Pepsi or something. You get that cherry note in here, but it's not like medicinal cherry to my nose. And you do smell like the effervescence. This definitely smells like cherry Coke, cherry Pepsi. I know some of you guys would be like, there's a difference. Fun fact about me, I don't really drink a lot of soda. I prefer to eat my calories, just being honest. I like this. Ooh, you know what I'm going to burn this with? I can totally see myself burning this with the vanilla bean ice cream. I think that would be a wonderful combination. But yeah, like I said, you guys, I just got this one in. The wax itself is a little bit light, but the fragrance is stronger on the lid. I do like that. Oh yeah, that's really good. It smells like cherry Coke, but it's not so sweet that it's like, oh, that's going to be headache inducing or like give me a toothache or anything like that. So those are the 10 fragrances that will be offered. Let's go ahead and talk about the sale details. So before I get into the sale details for Wednesday, today, Mother's Day, I have been told that they should be running 25% off of gifting items on the Slacken & Co. website. That would include gift sets, hand soaps, plugins, and Luxe candles. Now, the Luxe candles, that might be a pretty good deal because I do believe, I haven't verified on the sale that's going on today, Mother's Day, but the 25% off, when they do that, they typically they knock the price down already. You usually don't need to put in a code for that. So if you don't need to put in a code to get the 25% off on those specific items, I do have an affiliate discount code at Slacken & Co. It is Katie's Joyful Life. It will save you an additional 15% off of your order over $40. So if you're wanting to pick up any of those plugins, the Luxe candles are the ones that I'm like, oh, 25% off. I feel like that's a pretty decent deal, especially if you can stack my code on top of it and save an additional 15%. You might be able to get a pretty good deal on those Luxe candles. But that is going on today, May 12th. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the sale that they will be running on May 15th when they launch. So they will be doing a buy one, get one 40% off sale. So these candles typically retail for $30. So if I'm doing my math correctly, I believe that the 40% off will put these candles at, I want to say maybe around $18. Like the second one would be $18. So you're going to be spending $48 on 2 candles. So that's like what, $24 a candle. You're essentially getting 20% off, on 2 candles. The only thing that I will tell you is that I was able to verify with my contact at Slatkin & Co. that my discount code cannot be stacked with a BOGO offer. So the buy one, get one 40% off. You can't save an additional 15%. I do, however, know that usually you can redeem rewards codes with any sales or BOGO going on. I was able to do that during the National Fragrance Week sale. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. The $24 a piece, I feel like there are usually better sales than that. But if you just can't wait to get your hands on some of these, then I would say go ahead and go for it. And the big perk on Wednesday, May 15th is going to be that they are offering free shipping. So I know that that's a big deal for a lot of us, because sometimes shipping costs can be around like $6 to $8. So you're saving a little bit more money if you want to go that route. However, if you are somebody who maybe wants to wait around for a couple of more post-burn reviews, here's what I'm just going to tell you guys. This I'm speaking to you as your friend. Who knows? They might take away my ambassadorship. I doubt that they would. But just speaking truthfully with you guys, I do know that most retailers just in general tend to run Memorial Day sales. And it would not surprise me if towards the end of this month, around Memorial Day weekend, if another sale pops up on the Slatkin & Co. website, they might slash the candle prices, and then you might be able to add a 15% discount code on that. If you're comfortable using affiliate codes. I do always want to say that that is eligible for a commission, and some people are not comfortable using that, and that's totally fine if you're not. But just putting that out there. So the other thing that I just keep having in the back of my mind is that I do notice that usually around the end of May, maybe early June, maybe like around Father's Day, a lot of candle brands I notice run sales. Bath and Body Works does it with their SAS sale. They're trying to get a lot of their spring and summer stock, I think, out the door, because they are preparing to start launching their fall, Halloween, all of those types of fragrances. So what I want to say here is that you can probably be patient if it's not in your budget this week to make the purchase. If you feel like the price point is still a little bit too high, it's okay, you guys. You can probably sit around and wait. Something that I did mention in one of the dedicated reviews, I can't remember which one, it was either the pineapple melon salsa or the watermelon margarita, is that unlike, say, like some of the Kringle limited edition launches, HOMEWORX is really good about not selling out of products right at launch. The only products that I will typically ever see sell out during HOMEWORX sales are usually old stock, or it's products that have been on clearance for a while. They're usually out of season candles. Usually the newer stuff tends to stay in stock on the Slatkin & Co. website. There's a couple of candles that I know are like spring, summer ones that are not on the site anymore. But for the most part, you guys, I would say that, I don't know, like don't let FOMO get the best of you, especially if you're trying to stick to a budget or anything like that. So that is all of the information I have for you. I'm sorry if this video went longer than I intended it to be, but I did want to get all of that info out for you. Like I said, all of it will be listed in the description box down below, as well as my discount code, the website, so you can visit it from that place. Make sure you hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comment box down below if any of these fragrances appeal to you. How do you feel about the caramel apple not making a return? Are you bummed out about that one? Because I will say I'm a little bit bummed that one didn't make a return. But these new fragrances are pretty good, and I'm excited. I'm always excited for new candles to try. So if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I talk all things candles here on my channel. I primarily cover HOMEWORX, Kringle, Bath & Body Works, and every once in a while I sprinkle in some Yankee and other candle brands. So if you like candle content, you might want to stick around for more of it here on my channel. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.